Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. An energetic attempt to achieve something. Getting through the crowd was a real struggle. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. An open clash between two opposing groups, or individuals. Make a strenuous or labored effort. She struggled for years to survive without welfare. Strenuous effort. The struggle to get through the crowd exhausted her. To exert strenuous effort against opposition. He struggled to get free from the rope. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. An awkward climb. Reaching the crest was a real clamber. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. Rushing about hastily in an undignified way. An unceremonious and disorganized struggle. Bring into random order. Stir vigorously. Make unintelligible. Scramble the message so that nobody can understand it. To move hurriedly. The friend scrambled after them. A cut of meat from the lower part of the leg. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. The inner and thicker of the two bones of the human leg between the knee and ankle. The 22nd letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The front part of the human leg between the knee and the ankle. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. A simple version of hockey played by children on the streets, or on ice or on a field, using a ball or can as the puck. A member of any of several British or American groups consisting predominantly of young people who shave their heads. Some engage in white supremacist and anti-immigrant activities, and this leads to the perception that all skinheads are racist and violent. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. Remove the bark of a tree. The rind of a fruit or vegetable. Strip the skin off. A natural protective body covering in sight of the sense of touch. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. Body covering of a living animal. Bruise, cut, or injure the skin or the surface of. The boy skinned his knee when he fell. A person whose head is bald or shaved. A bag serving as a container for liquids. It is made from the hide of an animal. An outer surface, usually thin. The skin of an airplane. A person's skin regarded as their life. He tried to save his skin. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. Utter with a spitting sound, as if in a rage. The noise of something spattering or sputtering explosively. Spit up in an explosive manner. An utterance, of words, with spitting sounds, as in rage. Cause to undergo a process in which atoms are removed. The solar wind protons must sputter away the surface atoms of the dust. Make an explosive sound. Sputtering engines. An energetic attempt to achieve something. He fought a battle for recognition. An open clash between two opposing groups, or individuals. Police tried to control the battle between the pro- and anti-abortion mobs. A hostile meeting of opposing military forces in the course of a war. Grant won a decisive victory in the Battle of Chickamauga. Battle or contend against in or as if in a battle. They battled over the budget. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. Militant groups are contending for control of the country. Have an argument about something. Maintain or assert. He contended that communism had no future. Succeed in doing, achieving, or producing something, with the limited or inadequate means available. Compete for something. Engage in a contest. Measure oneself against others. To make the subject of dispute, contention, or litigation. Be engaged in a fight. Carry on a fight. Siblings are always fighting. A hostile meeting of opposing military forces in the course of a war. Make a strenuous or labored effort. The act of fighting. Any contest or struggle. A fight broke out at the hockey game. Exert oneself continuously, vigorously, or obtrusively to gain an end or engage in a crusade for a certain cause or person. Be an advocate for. Fight against or resist strongly. Don't fight it. An aggressive willingness to compete. The team was full of fight. A boxing or wrestling match. The fight was on television last night. An intense verbal dispute. A violent fight over the bill is expected in the Senate. Go against, as of rules and laws. This behavior conflicts with our rules. An open clash between two opposing groups, or individuals. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. A hostile meeting of opposing military forces in the course of a war. A disagreement or argument about something important. The familiar conflict between Republicans and Democrats. An incompatibility of dates or events. He noticed a conflict in the dates of the two meetings. A state of opposition between persons or ideas or interests. His conflict of interest made him ineligible for the post. Be in conflict. The two proposals conflict. Opposition between two simultaneous but incompatible feelings. He was immobilized by conflict and indecision. Opposition in a work of drama or fiction between characters or forces, especially an opposition that motivates the development of the plot. This form of conflict is essential to man's writing. Go upward with gradual or continuous progress. Did you ever climb up the hill behind your house? Go up or advance. Sales were climbing after prices were lowered. Increase in value or to a higher point. Prices climbed steeply. An upward slope or grade, as in a road. An event that involves rising to a higher point, as in altitude or temperature or intensity, etc. The act of climbing something. It was a difficult climb to the top. Improve one's social status. This young man knows how to climb the social ladder. Move with difficulty, by grasping. Slope upward. The path climbed all the way to the top of the hill. Attempt by employing effort. We endeavor to make our customers happy. Earnest and conscientious activity intended to do or accomplish something. Wished him luck in his endeavor. A purposeful or industrious undertaking, especially one that requires effort or boldness. Attempt by employing effort. Earnest and conscientious activity intended to do or accomplish something. A purposeful or industrious undertaking, especially one that requires effort or boldness. Earnest and conscientious activity intended to do or accomplish something. Made an effort to cover all the reading material. Use of physical or mental energy, hard work. He got an A for effort. A series of actions advancing a principle or tending toward a particular end. Contributed to the war effort. A notable achievement. The book was her finest effort. Make an effort or attempt. The police attempted to stop the thief. Enter upon an activity or enterprise. The act of attacking. They made an attempt on his life. Earnest and conscientious activity intended to do or accomplish something. Melt, fat or lard, in order to separate out impurities. Try the yak butter. Test the limits of. You are trying my patience. Make an effort or attempt. Take a sample of. Put to the test, as for its quality, or give experimental use to. Put on a garment in order to see whether it fits and looks nice. Put on trial or hear a case and sit as the judge at the trial of. Earnest and conscientious activity intended to do or accomplish something. She gave it a good try. Examine or hear, evidence or a case, by judicial process. Give pain or trouble to. Action taken by a group of people. An appraisal of the state of affairs. They made an assay of the contents. Make an effort or attempt. Analyze, chemical substances. A quantitative or qualitative test of a substance, especially an ore or a drug, to determine its components, frequently used to test for the presence or concentration of infectious agents or antibodies, etc. A substance that is undergoing an analysis of its components. A written report of the results of an analysis of the composition of some substance. Make an effort or attempt. The infant had essayed a few wobbly steps. Put to the test, as for its quality, or give experimental use to. An analytic or interpretive literary composition. A tentative attempt. Make an effort or attempt. She always seeks to do good in the world. Try to locate or discover, or try to establish the existence of. Go to or towards. A liquid seeks its own level. Inquire for. Seek directions from a local. The movement of a read, write head to a specific data track on a disk. Try to get or reach. Seek a position. Concluding state of pregnancy. From the onset of contractions to the birth of a child. Use of physical or mental energy, hard work. Work hard. Excrete perspiration through the pores in the skin. Exercise makes one sweat. Agitation resulting from active worry. He's in a sweat about exams. Salty fluid secreted by sweat glands. Sweat poured off his brow. Use of physical or mental energy, hard work. Condensation of moisture on a cold surface. The cold glasses were streaked with sweat. Use of physical or mental energy, hard work. Use of physical or mental energy, hard work. They managed only with great exertion. Attempt by employing effort. To exert much effort or energy. A hoe that is used by pushing rather than pulling. Disorderly fighting. An unceremonious and disorganized struggle. Fight or struggle in a confused way at close quarters. The drunken men started to scuffle. Walk by dragging one's feet. A combat between two mounted knights tilting against each other with blunted lances. Joust against somebody in a tournament by fighting on horseback. A combat between two mounted knights tilting against each other with blunted lances. Move sideways or in an unsteady way. Pitching dangerously to one side. Heel over. The tower is tilting. A contentious speech act. A dispute where there is strong disagreement. The property possessed by a line or surface that departs from the vertical. The tower had a pronounced tilt. To incline or bend from a vertical position. A slight but noticeable partiality. The court's tilt toward conservative rulings. Charge with a tilt. A prearranged fight with deadly weapons by two people, accompanied by seconds, in order to settle a quarrel over a point of honor. Any struggle between two skillful opponents, individuals or groups. Fight a duel, as over one's honor or a woman. In the 19th century, men often dueled over small matters. To move in a twisting or contorted motion, especially when struggling. The act of engaging in close hand-to-hand combat. They had a fierce wrestle. Combat to overcome an opposing tendency or force. He wrestled all his life with his feeling of inferiority. Engage in a wrestling match. The children wrestled in the garden. Engage in deep thought, consideration, or debate. I wrestled with this decision for years.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.